Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build an investment website. Now you don't need to know how to code to be able to build this kind of website. You don't need any experience whatsoever on web design. All you need to do is to watch this video from beginning till the end, and probably you will also need the source code that I used in this video. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know from the beginning till the end, right from buying a domain name and hosting, and I'm going to teach you also how to install this PHP script right here. In about a moment we're going to get started, but before we do that, I would love to give you a disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing financial or investment advice. The website demonstrated in this video is a technical tutorial using a PHP script, and I do not guarantee any profits or endorse any investment schemes. Always do your own research and consult a professional before making financial decisions. With that said, let's get right into the video. The very first thing you need before you can build this kind of website is the domain name and hosting. Of course, you need to set up your domain name and hosting so you can be able to log into your cPanel and install this PHP script which I'll be using in this video. So let me show you how to get a domain name and hosting very fast. Now, to build this kind of website, you definitely need a domain name and a hosting account, and the hosting account I will advise you to get is an offshore hosting from HostGrid. You will definitely be needing their offshore hosting right here because it will guarantee the longevity of your website, because to build this kind of website you really need a very strong hosting platform. So you head over to hostgrid.com and I'll walk you step by step how you can get domain name and hosting from this platform. So when you head to hostgrid.com, I will also leave the link in the description of this video. So you get here and you can click on hosting over here, and I'm interested in their offshore hosting plans. Okay, so I click on their offshore hosting over there and scroll all the way down. You can see they have 3 plans for the offshore, right? So let me just go with the first one since I'm doing this just for the sake of the tutorial. So I click on select plan. Over here I'm required to enter a domain name. Okay, so I'll just enter a domain name, let's say this, and I'll select a TLD. Let's say I'll select this. You can definitely select any other TLDs from here, and you notice that I have this checked, register a new domain. That's if you want to register a new domain name. This right here is when you have a domain name and you just want to buy the offshore hosting from HostGrid. So you're gonna want to go ahead and select this and enter your domain name that you already have, and this right here is when you want to transfer the domain name to HostGrid. Maybe you've bought the domain name from another platform and you want to transfer it to HostGrid so you can be managing both your domain and your hosting from HostGrid dashboard, right? So for now, I'm going to click on this register a new domain, and I'll enter my domain and select my TLD, and I'll hit check. And you can see the message, this right here is available, and you can see the price right here is quite cheap. Okay, so I'll scroll all the way down and I'll click on continue. From this page, you can see I have a breakdown of the plan that I just selected, and you can see the storage space that I have here is the 5 gig. I have unlimited bandwidth. I have the opportunity to use this hosting for another domain, right? So, and I have an opportunity to create up to 5 email accounts. That's really very interesting. And right here, I have a free SSL certificate from HostGrid. So after purchasing this service and we log into the cPanel, I'm going to show you how you can issue the free SSL certificate to your domain name, and it's completely for free. Scroll a bit down and you can see the choose billing cycle right here. You click on here and you can select your billing cycle. If you want to pay monthly, if you want to pay quarterly, or 6 months, or annually, which is the 12 months, right? So you can go ahead and select anyone here. So when you select anyone, the cart is going to reload and the price is going to update. So for now, I'm going to select the monthly just for the sake of this video, and I click on continue. And right here, I'll just go ahead and click on continue. And you can see the breakdown of our cards. Right here I have the offshore basic plan, and here I have the domain registration, right? You can click on any of them to edit any of them in case you made any mistake. And here you have some option to enter a coupon code if you have any coupon code. So if you're watching this video and if you are going to the website from this video, I'm going to give you a coupon code that you can get a 10% discount. So this coupon code right here I'm going to give you is only for my subscribers, so you can just grab it from the screen right now. But I'm going to enter my coupon code right here, ECTech10, right? So when you use this coupon code at any time, okay, you're going to get a 10% discount, and the coupon code is only unique to my subscribers. So when I enter the coupon code and I click on validate code, And here you can see that the 10% has been deducted, which is this, right? 10% one-time discount has been deducted, and then now you have our subtotal. So I can click on checkout, and from the checkout window right here, if you don't have a HostGrid account yet, you can go ahead to enter all the information that you need to enter right here. Select a payment method, right? And then make sure you agree right here and click on complete. But now I already have a HostGrid account, so I'm going to go ahead to click on already registered. And here I have an option to enter my email and password and login. So I'm going to do that real quick. So now I'm logged into my account. I'm gonna scroll all the way down, and you can see the total due, and you can notice that it's in USD. So if you're purchasing from, let's say, Nigeria, you're gonna want to select the pay stack right here. Or if you want to pay with crypto, it's definitely no issue. Just go ahead and select the crypto meals, right? So I'll select the pay stack right here, and of course I'm gonna agree to their terms of service. If I ever had any notes, I mean, I always never have any notes to write, right? So I just scroll all the way down and click on complete order. And over here, you can see the pay stack payment pop up. If you want to make a transfer, you can go ahead and select the transfer, and the one-time account details is going to be generated for you. Okay, so this account number and this account details right here is only meant for this particular transaction, and it's definitely timed. You can see it's 30 minutes. So immediately the account is generated, the 30 minutes starts counting. So you can just go to your bank app and send this exact money, including the kobo right here. Send everything exactly how it is to this account number and this bank name, Paystack Titan. Now if you still want to use your card, you can click on card right here. You can definitely enter your card details and make payment, but for now I'm gonna use my transfer. And there are also other methods here that you can explore. For example, the OPay right here is also very slick, but I'm not gonna do that in this tutorial. So I'll just go with the transfer. I'll head to my bank app and I'm gonna make the payment right now. And immediately I make the payment for the exact amount right here, you're going to see that this page is going to start just loading up immediately. So I've just made the payment, and you can see immediately, you can see how fast it is. Immediately it's saying your transfer is on the way. Okay, you can see that payment successful. So just by doing this, we have successfully purchased our domain name and our hosting from HostGrid, and you're gonna see a feedback order confirmation. Your order number is this. Thank you for your order. Okay, and by now you should have received a lot of emails confirming your purchase, and also for the domain registration and the new hosting account information. Now all you need to do is to click on continue to client area. If I click on the services, so guys, scrolling all the way down, you can see that I have my hosting for the webitech.xyz. So I'm going to click on it right here to enter into the hosting dashboard. You're going to see a button saying log into cPanel. So I'm going to click on the link to log into the cPanel. There are a lot of ways you can log into the cPanel. You can go to your domain name /cPanel, and you can as well go to main.hostgrid.com:2083. Then you go ahead and log in with your username and your username right here and your hosting password. Your hosting password is definitely sent to you through your email. Okay, so if you check your email, you're gonna see the email with the subject new account information. So in that email, you're gonna receive all the information that you need to know about your cPanel account. From the cPanel dashboard, I'm going to go straight to the file manager and click on file manager. Now we need to upload our script file from the file manager. You can as well do that using the FTP, but for this video I'm going to use the file manager. Now I'll click on the public_html. Now if you're starting afresh, you're not going to see anything right here, but because I don't want this video to be too long, I've already gone ahead to upload the zip file that we need for this website. I'll be leaving my contact details in the description of this video, so if you need to get this exact script that I'll be using right now, just shoot me a DM either on Telegram or on WhatsApp, and you can get this exact script which I'm using right now. Okay, so I've already gone ahead to upload it. If you don't know how to upload it, just go ahead and click on the upload right here, and from here you want to go ahead and click here to select the file from your PC, or you can as well drag and drop the file from here. So for example, I want to drag and drop, so this here is the script file. I'm going to drag and drop it from my PC right here, just like this, and you can see that if I want to replace, right? So I'm not going to replace this, but this is exactly how you need to do this. Just drag and drop it, or you can click the select file to select your file, and then it will start uploading right here. And once the bar turns green, you can click on go back. Okay, So in order not to make this video too long, I've already gone ahead to upload the script so we can continue from there. Now I'm going to right click on this zip file and I click on extract. And from here, I'm going to click on extract once more. And here we have our script extracted, as you can see it right here, okay? So I'm going to open up this script. And one thing you want to make sure is that you're able to see the dot files. If you're not able to see the dot files, go ahead and click on settings. Make sure that you have the show hidden files checkbox activated. By default is inactive, alright? So you just need to make sure you select it and click on save. By doing that, you will not be able to see the dot files right here, and you make sure that you'll be moving everything included. I'm going to click on select all, and having selected everything right here, I'm going to click on move. So my interest is to move all these items one step up, right? So I'm going to remove all these and I'm just going to move it to public_html, right? So I click on move files. And now we have this directory empty. Okay, so I'm going to click on up one level and you can see all the files and folders here that we moved. So here now is the zip file. I can go ahead and delete it. So let me just go ahead and delete that, and I can delete that permanently. Confirm. Now one other folder which we can go ahead and delete also is this BTC invest right here, which we have already moved the content out. Okay, now I'm just gonna right click on that and also I delete that, and of course permanently. Now I have all the script files and folders present except from these others, right? Now what I'm going to do is to head back to cPanel and let's create a database, okay? So scroll all the way down to the databases section and click on the database wizard. I love to use the wizard because it's way very fast for me to create a database and create the user and also give the permissions, right? And it will automatically link the user to the database. Now let's go ahead and create a database. I would love to call this. So click on next. Feel free to call your database anything you want to call it. Okay, so right now for the step 2, I'm going to create a user and I'm also going to call it the same thing from the database. It's really not a must to call it the same thing, right? So I'm going to impute a password. Now this password is for the database user and I hit create user. From here, I'm just going to click on the all privileges to grant all the privileges to the user to manage the database. Now I make changes. From here, you can see completed the task. You can see this user right here was added to the database here. Okay, so we're good with that. Now I click on cPanel to go back. Now when we're done creating the database, it's time to load up our website so we can go ahead with the installation. Okay, so I'm going to copy the domain name right here. Let me just copy the domain name which I bought. Now I'm going to head to another tab, paste in my domain name. But here, now whenever you paste in your domain name, make sure you enter the /public for the first time that you're visiting the website, because here is the part that you can get the installation wizard. Okay, the moment I hit enter, now if you get this error the first time trying to load up your website /public, do not bother about that. Just head to your cPanel and go to the select PHP version right here from the software section. You can see the select PHP version. So click on that. Now we need to change the PHP version of our cPanel to be able to, load up this page right here. So the version that we need to load up this website is the PHP version 7.4. So I'm going to set it to 7.4 and you click on apply. Once I have the PHP 7.4 applied, I'm going to go back to the website and make a quick reload. And here you can see the website is up and we are onto the Laravel installer wizard. I'm going to go ahead and click on this button, the check requirement. So let's click on that and you can see that almost all the requirements are met, but only this file info right here. You can see that. So let me just try to zoom that a bit. Okay, now we're good. So you can see that all the requirements here are met, just except the file info. We can simply take care of that by going back to the cPanel and also from the PHP selector or PHP version window right here. I'm going to click on the extensions and just look for the extension called the file info right here. You can see it's arranged alphabetically. So the file info should be from the F, right? So you can see the file info here and it's currently disabled. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that and it's of course going to be enabled. You can see success module file info save. Head back to the website and make a quick reload. And here you can see all the requirements right now are met. So I'm going to click on check permissions. Now the next phase is for us to check the permissions of our directories, and these right here are the directories that we need to set these permissions for, right? Okay, so for the storage, app public, we need to set the 775 permission. So we head back to the file manager and we go over to the 𝐂𝐤𝐤 app right here, this directory called the 𝐂𝐤𝐤 app. Okay, so I click on that. So I go in there and I have the storage, right? Storage, I have the app right here. Let's get back and check that. And we have the storage app public to be set as 775. Now I head back and here is the public here. So for you to have a view of where you are currently, you can just check here, right? So if you check here and move all the way to the right, you can see we are inside the storage and we are inside the app, and right here we have the public directory. So I'm going to set that to 775 just as required from this window right here. Okay, so let me head back and set that. Now how you can set this permission to 775, I can just double click on the permissions right here and I'll go ahead and save it to 775, right? So, and I click on save. There is another way to change the permission, and I'm going to do that in the next directory, which I'm going to change the permission. So let's check the next directory, which is the storage app and the brand right here. So it's definitely this brand directory right here. So I can just right click on the folder, and here you can see change permissions. And if I include this right here, it's going to give me the 775. And just with that, we are done with this, and I can just hit change permissions. You can see whichever way is okay for you and faster for you, you can go. Okay, so let's check the next one, and I'm gonna speed this up right now. So right now you can see that when I go ahead and reload this page over here, you can see all the permissions here have been changed. Now I click on configure environment. Now we have the app name. You can set the app name to whatever thing you want to call your website. Probably is your company name, right? And here we have the app environment. Leave that at production. The app URL, you can set your app URL right here. And after that, we're just going to go ahead and click on setup database. And here the next section is for database configuration. Now we have the database connection, of course, that's the MySQL. We have the database host, of course, this here is the local host and is okay. And here we have the database port, leave that just at 3306. And we have the database name. Now we have to grab our database name. So I head back to the cPanel home. And from here, for me to get the database name, I either go with the phpMyAdmin or I still go into the My Databases. So let's quickly go into the My Databases right here. And here I'm just going to copy the database right here, copy that. Head back to cPanel, and from here I'm going to paste in the database name, and I also paste in the database username. You can remember that I used the same name just as also the username, right? And here I can enter the password. So I type in my password quickly and I click install, and make sure you type in the correct password. If not, the installation is going to fail. Okay, and you can see application has been successfully installed. You can go ahead and ignore all this, scroll all the way down and click on complete installation. From this window, we need to activate our license. Okay, and from here I'm going to copy my license code. So go back to your file manager, head to the root. Here you have the purchase code. Okay, so I'm going to right click and view. Okay, so when I view, I can see my license code right here. I'm going to copy that, move over here, and I'm going to paste the license code over here. Okay, and here you can enter your Envato username. You don't necessarily need to have an Envato account. You can just enter your website name. Okay, let's say this, and you can enter your email address. Let's say you can enter your website email address just like this, and you hit submit. And there we go, guys. We have successfully activated the license, and now we need to register an admin for the website. Of course, it's a new website. We need to register an admin for that. So I'll just say super admin, and I'll just say this here is the admin email. Okay, and I hit create account. From the next window, we want to go ahead and log into the admin account that we just created a moment ago. So I'm going to also enter the admin details, and I hit login. And here we have already created the admin account, logged into the admin account, and here we have a quick setup. If you don't want to make the setup right now, you can just skip. But for me, I'm gonna move on and make the setup right away. Okay, so the site name, give it a site name, and I click on next. So I'm trying to be a lot more faster right now. Now we should have a quick settings for the email. Now right here, I need to use a really existing email. Okay, so for you to get an existing email, you head back to your cPanel and click on the email account. If you don't have an email yet, you can go ahead and click create an email, enter the email right there and enter a password for the email. And when you're done creating the email, you can come over to this page right here and go ahead and click on connect devices for the email. Okay, so for this email contact at this, I'm going to click on connect devices. And here you have this section that tells you the information for your email account. You can see the username. I'm going to copy that, head back to the website, and I'm going to paste that right here. And going down, you can see they have the mail settings. By default, it's set at mail, and this mail right here uses the default PHP mailer, and we all know that most of the times it goes to spam. Okay, so I'm going to set it to use the SMTP protocol, and here we're going to enter the SMTP details, which we already have right here. I'm going to explain what this means to you just in a moment. So here you have the SMTP host. I'm going to come back to that. You have the SMTP port. I'm going to come back to that as well. You have the SMTP secure protocol. Let's just leave it at the TLS, and you have the username, which we have already copied the email. So I'm going to paste the email in the username section. From email right here, I'm going to change the name to the name of our website, obviously. Also for the email address right here, from email address, okay, of course I'm going to also set it to the website email. So let's head back to the cPanel, and for the outgoing server right here, I'm going to copy that, and let's also take note of the SMTP port, which is the 465. Okay, so if I head back to the application, and here it says the mail SMTP, I'm going to go ahead and paste in that which I copied. Okay, so paste that. This right here is our SMTP host, and make sure that you are copying your outgoing server. Most of the cases, outgoing server and the incoming server are the same, but few cases they are different. So make sure you're copying the one from the outgoing server in case yours is one of the different cases. Okay, so right here I'm going to enter the password for the email. So the email you entered while creating the password, that's what they are requiring here. And for the port, I'm going to enter the 465. And here we can click on update and next. You can see email settings successfully updated. Now if you want to test if the email is sending, you can go ahead and click send test email, and it's going to send the test email to this email right here. Okay, so let's head back to the application, and of course let's skip that, skip and next. Here we have the system currencies. Okay, the system currencies, you can click here and choose the default system currency. You can see that. So every other currency converts to this base currency right here. You have the secondary currency as well, and here you can select supported currencies. Okay, click on update and next. And here you have the payment settings. You can do this now, or you can as well do it later. For me, I prefer to do that later, so I click on skip and next. Here we have the optional settings. Just go ahead and tweak all this. It depends on you really. So I'm just going to click on update and complete. And congratulations guys, you've successfully installed this investment script. Now we have some quick actions to take, either to set a payment method or a withdrawal method. But I'm going to click on go to dashboard, and here is the admin dashboard. As you can see, well empty because there's nothing here, right? Okay, no users, no transactions, everything is quite 00, right? So you can go ahead and look through the settings that you have over here, and if you go to the application settings as well, you can go to the global. There are a lot of things that you can set from the application settings. Okay, you can go through them one after the other. The managed currencies, the reward programs, that's the affiliation, the referral settings and all that stuff. Make sure you go through each and every one of them, and the most important one is the payment options. Here I'm going to go to the payment method. Now I need to talk about the payment method. Here is the PayPal. So if you have a PayPal you want to link, go ahead and click on the settings for the PayPal right here. And if you have a crypto wallet, which is what I'm going to do right now, go ahead and click on the crypto wallet. And here you can set up a crypto wallet. So here we have the Bitcoin. We have a couple of currencies right here. So you can enter the method title, you can enter the description, you can enter the minimum deposit. Okay, so just make sure you go ahead and enter all that. And here you have the Bitcoin payment address. Make sure you enter your Bitcoin wallet address for your company. Here you have the minimum, of course, and you have the reference field. If you want that, you can show that. If you don't want that, you can hide that. And here you just click on enable method and I click update. So I'm just going to enter a dummy wallet address right here. So let's say this here is my wallet address. I'm going to click on update. Okay, you can see payment method successfully updated. So if I head back to payment methods now, you can see I have this enabled. Okay, if you also want to enable the bank transfer, you go ahead and do that. And here we head to the withdrawal method. The withdrawal method is also an interesting stuff that you need to take a look at. Here you can click on the settings for the crypto wallet. So if you want your users to be able to withdraw using the crypto wallet, so you can click and set up the crypto wallet. Okay, so if you're using a Bitcoin, right, you can name this Bitcoin. And here you have the withdrawal method. Just make sure you set everything up right here. So scroll the way down, and if you're cool, you can click on enable method. So I'm going to click on update. And here I have this set up. You also have the investment dashboard. So let's see the invest dashboard right here. You can see no one has currently invested. Okay, so when I click on the invested plans option also, you can see all the active investment, you can see pending investment, completed investment, and you can see an option to manage your investment schemes. These are your investment plans or packages. Okay, so when I click on that, we already have investment plans up and running, and you can as well just go ahead and edit them. Maybe either edit the name, just click on the three dots right here. You can click on update scheme, and here you have options to either edit the name, the short name, the description, and also the investment amount right here. This for the minimum and this for the maximum. Okay, interest rate, you can see if it's percentage, you can choose that. If it's fixed, if you want the users to get their capital back after the investment period, you can go ahead and click on return capital at the end of term. Okay, so just go ahead and enable that, and you can click on save scheme, and you can see, are you sure? Yes, of course I'm sure. And here scheme has been updated. Now let's go ahead and create a new user, and let's see how it's going to be creating a new user. Okay, so if we go to the users, let's see, manage users right here, no active user. So you can as well just add a user from the admin dashboard, or you can go ahead and fill up the user registration from the front end of the website. So for me, I'm already logged into the admin dashboard, so I'm going to click on the add user, and here you can enter the type. Of course, is a regular user, not an admin. And I'm going to enter the full name. Let's say this. If I should select this required email verification, this user is going to be needing to verify their email before they can be able to log in. But for now, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to hit add user. So guys, you can see we have the user created, and you can see the current status, which is active. And here you have a couple of options, which includes to view the profile, to send the user an email. Here you can mark the user as suspended, and you have this three dot right here, which you can also view the transaction, view the user details, send an email, reset the user's password, and as well as suspend the user. Okay, let's go in and view the user details. Okay, so I click on the view user details, and here you can see we also have a lot of options right here, which includes all the user details information right here. And we have the transactions, all the transactions that user have made. We also have the activity login. Okay, so I'm just gonna use another browser to log into the user account, and here I'm just gonna copy the web address, just copy the domain name right here, and let's head to another browser. And here I'm gonna load up the domain name once more, and here you can definitely see what the website looks like. The front end is just a minimal design, nothing really interesting in the front end, but when you get to the back end, everything is really professional. So in my next video, I'm going to show you how to connect a well-looking front end to this script right here, and you can as well use that for any other script, maybe any other kind of website. I'm just going to show you basically how you can connect a front end script, a front-end template or design to a back-end script just like this one. So with that said, watch out for my next video. I'm going to link the video in the description of this video as well. Okay, so for now, let's just go ahead and log in. I'm going to go ahead and enter the user email and password and log in. And I'm going to click on login. And because I created this from the admin, for the first time I'm logging in, you can see it's telling me my username and also my nickname. Okay, and I can enter my phone number and country and date of birth and go ahead and click on complete my profile. That's if I want to complete my profile right now, but for now I'm just going to click on go to dashboard. And here you can see how the account dashboard looks like. Very interesting. Okay, right now we have no activity going on in this account, and we have 2 little notifications to take note of. And here it says add an account that you would like to receive payment or withdraw funds. You can click here to add an account. Also, we have this update your account information, the one which we just skipped right now. Okay, and whether you want the website to appear in light mode or in the dark mode, you can as well set that up from the admin dashboard. Okay, to start with, we have a couple of options, which includes the invest and earn. That's if we already have some money on the website. And here we have also the deposit button, which we can also find here. Okay, so I'm going to just click on the deposit. So let's go ahead and deposit some funds, and we can approve that from the admin, and we'll have some funds right here, and I'll show you how you can invest. Okay, so from here I click on the crypto wallet, which we've already set up. From the admin, I click on deposit now, and here I'm going to enter the amount, let's say the 10K, and I click on continue to deposit. And here you have a breakdown of your deposit request, and just click on confirm and pay. From the next window, you can see that a barcode has been generated for the particular transaction or for the particular wallet address, and you can see the wallet address right here. So the user can go ahead and click on here to copy the wallet address, and they head over to their wallet and then make the payment to this wallet address right here. And when they have made the payment, they can click on back to the dashboard. Now I'm going to head back to the admin dashboard, and then let's go to the deposit request. So I hit on deposit option. And over here, you can see we have a deposit request for this amount. I can just click on the eye here to view the details. Okay, let's just carefully view the details. Of course, you can see that. You can see the user right here. You can see the amount, of course. For the conversion rate right here, you can see 1 USD is definitely not equal to 1 BTC. So I'm going to show you how to change the conversion rate. And here you can see I can approve that by clicking right here. So I click on approve, and it's just trying to make sure that I'm okay with what I'm trying to do. Of course, I'm going to say, okay, confirm the deposit, and yes, proceed. And here we have the deposit fund completed. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the user dashboard, and here let's just make a quick reload, and let's see if this is going to change. And here you can see we will now have some funds on our account right here, and you can see some activities that started popping up over here. Okay, so for me to be able to invest, I'm just going to click on the invest icon right here, and I can choose the investment plan. Okay, so if I click here, I can be able to choose the plan that I want to invest in. And for the next field, you can see this plan right here is a fixed investment plan. If I wanted to change that, I can just click here, and this right here is also a fixed investment plan. So for fixed investment plans, I'm not able to enter any price amount that I want to enter. Okay, so let me just quickly look for any other plan which is not fixed investment. For example, the standard plan. Okay, so right here I'm going to go ahead and enter the amount which I want to enter, and you can see the maximum is already 500, so we have already exceeded the maximum. So I'm just going to enter the 500, which is the maximum amount, which you can see right here, and I click on continue to invest. Of course, I confirm and proceed. And obviously here you can see the breakdown, the daily profits of 1.1%, and you can see the duration, 21 days. So every single day, this daily profit is going to drop into this account, and at the end of the 21 days period, the investment capital is also going to drop back into the account, which makes up the 615.5 USD. Okay, so that's how the investment works. And here we have congratulations, you have successfully invested the amount of this on the plan of this. And here if I go to investments, and now you can see that it has impacted my account balance. Now my account balance is now 9,500. You can see I have some financial analysis already going on, and you can see the investment amount. This amount is locked already. You can just feel free to go through all this. This right here is the investment. So if I go ahead and click here, you can have a better view about the investment that we just placed right now. You can see all the dashboard and the meters and all that. So you see the invested amount, and this here is the profit. We have the daily profit for 1.1%, and we have the remaining days to be 21 days. Okay, so we have the transaction details, just debited us the 500, and here it will keep dropping the profit right here, and at the end of the day is going to also drop the investment amount. So this is how the investment for this script works. So let me head back to the admin dashboard, and let me show you how to set up the conversion rate, which I said I'm going to show you how to set up. Okay, so if I go to the application settings and let's go to the global settings, so let's check for the manage currencies option, and you can see all the currencies which we have right here. You can enable more if you wish to do that, and scrolling all the way down you can see the currency exchange. You have the exchange rate. You can set that to manual or automatic. I'm just going to set that to automatic for now. So we have the USD to be 1 USD for every USD, right? And then we can go ahead and set up the USD rate for the euro, as well as the pounds, as well as the Canadian and other stuff. For me, I'm just using the BTC. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and search for I'm just going to search for 1 USD to BTC, right? So searching that, you can see the conversion rate right here. For this moment, I'm just going to copy that, head back to my admin. I'm going to paste that right here. And you can see the conversion rate. And this is how you can go ahead and set your conversion rate for every other currency that you are offering on your website. So I'm going to click on update. Currency settings successfully updated. So another settings that you might need to take a look at is the branding and theming right here. So if you want to set up your website logo just like this one, go ahead and click on the brand and theming. And here you have an option to set up all the versions of the logo that is available. Okay, so make sure you click on the browse right here to select an image for your logo, and make sure you click on upload for each and every one of them, and then scroll the way down and click on save changes or update. And pretty much that is it for the email configuration. We've set that up. So make sure you go through all the settings options that you have right here and set up your website the way you wish. Okay, if you want to learn how to connect this piece of backend software to a very nicer front-end design or templates, I'm going to teach you how to do that in the next video. Okay, so somewhere around your screen right now, I'm going to tag the video, and also in the video description I'm going to leave a link to the video in the video description, so you can learn how you can use this dashboard and also make use of your well-designed front-end template that is very, very good looking and very attractive with all the widgets, trading view and all that stuff. So this is where we've come to the end of this video, and if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section, and if you're new here, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification. I'm going to see you in the next one.